Welcome back to the Boosted Bunny YouTube channel. In advance of the motorcycle riding season, which is quickly approaching us, I have another motorcycle helmet unboxing. Now, I actually got this helmet last season, at the end of last season, and I've just been waiting to shoot this video for you guys, for everyone looking for a new helmet for the upcoming season. Now, if you can't tell already, this is the HJC RPHA 1N helmet. It's HJC's newest FIM homologated racing helmet. So this one in particular is the Red Bull de Jerez helmet. And Red Bull is very important to me. I've always been a fan of their motorsports. It's a brand that I actually used to work for. And so when I saw this helmet come out, it's something that I considered. When I saw one of my friends had an RPHA helmet, the RPHA 1, that he was wearing, not this model, it was something I had to get. So I want to unbox this for you guys on camera today to give you my first impressions and just some things before I, fully test it on track and on the street, in case you're considering this helmet. Without further ado, let's take a look. Now, I'm sure by this point, if this is a helmet you're considering, you've seen a lot of unboxings, so I'm going to try not to bore you with some of the small stuff. But when you open it up, you do get a pin lock insert. Now, this is a pin lock 120. This is going to be the most fall resistant that you're going to find. Now, I have my AGV that I usually use on the street. It has a pin lock 70, so I've never used the pin lock 120. I'm excited to try this out. It's also going to come with tear-offs. Now, tear-offs are used for the track. I ride track. I don't use tear-offs. But it's something that you put on your visor in case you get bugs and something else, and then you'd be able to tear it off, and then you have, one underneath. So I usually, after track session, just wipe my helmet off with a microfiber. But nonetheless, this is a legit racing helmet, so it comes with tear-offs. This is going to be an insert that comes in the box to help secure the helmet so it's not bouncing around the box. And inside of this box, you've got some helmet accessories. You've got the helmet manual. You've got a sticker. More importantly, you have the actual chin curtain. So this does come with a chin curtain. Some helmets you have to buy an extra. This one comes with one. This is going to reduce some of the buffering when you're wearing your helmet. So definitely something that I feel like every helmet should have, and this one comes with one. Another accessory that this helmet is going to come with is going to be the rear spoiler. So we'll just take a look at this. Not many helmets come with a rear spoiler, a rear aero piece attachment. Usually they're sold separately, so this one comes with one. This one is absolutely massive on the helmet. So if this is your style, we can take a look at how it goes on the helmet. But if this is your style, just know it comes with one. If you're dedicated to using this on the track, or if you're racing, it's definitely something that could come in handy. This helmet bag is super nice. If you've seen my other videos, I have a dedicated helmet bag. But as far as helmet bags that come with helmets, this is definitely one of the nicer material helmets. Bags, stretchy, soft. All right, this is the pride and joy. This is the bad boy that you've been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting to unbox for you guys. The paint on this is absolutely amazing. The shape of this helmet is absolutely amazing. The size of this helmet is absolutely amazing. So this is a size small helmet. It is a very tight-fitting helmet. Yes, I've already put it on because I wanted to try it before I unboxed it for you. It is, in comparison, let's take a look at my Arai. This is the other helmet. You'd see just how, if I turn them side to side, how much bigger this shell is on the Arai. I mean, this is a small and this is a small. This is a much smaller shell. Now, what I'll say when you look at these two helmets is this one sits a lot further on your head. It's a little bit closer to your shoulder, so it doesn't look as big. It certainly doesn't feel as big, when you're wearing it. But I love the look of this. You don't have the bobblehead look. It is a smaller helmet. It feels much more secure. I was happy with this helmet when I got it. And when I put this on, this is by far my favorite fitting helmet ever. Now here's what I was talking about the rear spoiler. This one I had to buy. I think I made a video on how to attach this rear spoiler. It's small, but effective. You definitely feel it. This helmet actually has the adjustable spoiler if you don't buy the additional rear spoiler, which is more used for racing. This one has an integrated spoiler. You can see that here. It even has a much bigger, massive, let me get this out of the way, spoiler for you to attach. Probably not something I'm going to attach on here. I'm not even exactly sure how it goes on, but I think something like this. So, you know, definitely you can see much more aggressive look to it. At least it's clear so it doesn't look bobblehead, but honestly, I'm not going to be using that. But I want to show you guys, you know, how it works. All right, so let's get into the features of the RPHA. Now, as I've been unboxing and reviewing helmets, this is, you know, my third helmet in the last 2 years. I started with an HJC when I first started riding over 15 years ago, and it was a helmet that didn't fit. It was used when I bought the bike. You know, I didn't know anything about anything. And so I stayed away from HJC just because I always thought it was a cheaper type of helmet versus, you know, the Shoeis, the Rise, the AGVs. And what I'll say is this is my first time going back to AJC. Favorite helmet right now out there, best one. The thing about this is that this is a MSRP helmet of $1,000. It costs the same as the Corsair X I just showed you, that Teksuki Frost version. But you can get these for under $600. If you look around, this particular model I think is still around $800, but you can get them around $500. And for $500, this helmet is an absolute steal. A lot of people complain about this helmet fitting tight. It does fit tight. It's supposed to fit tight. A lot of people tell you to go up a size. I would say if you're wearing the helmet like it's supposed to be, go that same size. Your traditional size is supposed to fit tight. With that being said, this is a racing helmet. There's a couple of things that I say it's a racing helmet and maybe not ideal for the street, for urban riding. And by urban riding, when I think about my AJV, it's easy. It's easy to lift up the visor. It's easy to put on and off. It's a cheaper helmet. It looks expensive, but it's cheaper, so I don't mind leaving it on my bike. If it disappears, you know, I'm not out $1,000. It's something that, you know, it's ECE rated. It's not FIM. This is my street helmet, my AJV. So, you know, you're going different speeds on the street, at least you should be, than you are on the track. This is FIM and ECE, but the protection of a FIM helmet is rated, I'm not going to say better, but it's rated for a different speed, a different type of impact than you should be facing on the street. So FIM helmets you want, you know, on the track at high speeds, at those MotoGP speeds, those superbike speeds, you know, you may not need that. You actually may want something else that's going to protect you a little bit better at the typical speeds of a urban commuting bike, which is not going to be FIM. So little plug there. This has tons of ventilation. That's something that you're going to want on track. I have not tested this yet. I will be testing it for you. How you change the visor. It's not easily swappable like some of the other visors, the more street-oriented helmets. So again, this is more racing helmet because you're not going to be swapping your visor, you know, every so often. You've got time to do that. You're putting on your helmet. You're going for a 20-minute track session and then coming off. And then of course you had the tear-offs right here on the helmet that you can attach. So I'm excited to test this out. The fit again is amazing. I'm hoping that you guys can see some of this. Hope you stay with me. You can check out my other videos on the channel. But if you're thinking about getting the RPHA 1N, I would say go ahead and do it. It's probably the best bang for your buck helmet right now. When I do the full review, we'll go over all the vents. I mean, I can't even tell you how many. I've got one here, 2, 3. At the back, I think that's just an exhaust vent. I don't think it opens and closes. There's 2 exhaust vents at the back here and here. You've got the chin vent here. Looks like there's 2 settings for it. 1, 2. You've got another vent here at the bottom. I'm already losing count of that. Another thing about race helmets that are different than commuter helmets. So this one locks, just like my Corsair X, but you know, for a commuter helmet, a lock can be kind of annoying. This one looks like it has a sliding lock, so you know, we'll figure that out. It's also doesn't have indentions, right? So like this is like the lowest indent for it. So it's either kind of, you know, up or down. So you've got up, you've got midway, and then you've got down. So usually in an urban helmet, you want something that may be able to vent a little bit, even though it has vents here. So we'll cover all that in the review. Again, I just wanted to show this unboxing. So I have another visor for it. It's a chrome visor. Looking forward to putting that on. Maybe I'll make a video for that. And if this video helped you out, definitely consider subscribing, give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time.